another gentleman right here. And I mean, they're just everywhere. Everywhere we turn, there's homeless people just laying somewhere. So we'll get them set up and get them taken care of here. Another very hot day in the desert. Make sure to stay tuned to the remainder of this video. A lot of feedback on the video I dropped yesterday on the longest food line we have ever seen in our life. I've got some more footage. We dropped off some food and some supplies to some of the homeless people in the area. We visited some of the closed down vacant stores in the area. So make sure to check this out. And I was reading an article last night that kind of tied into what is happening to our economy in the United States here. It's titled, Here are 7 signs that they're not telling you, that they're flat out lying to us about the economy. And you've got to ask yourself, watch the video I dropped yesterday with Enrique, the longest food bank line we have ever seen in our life. Hundreds upon hundreds of people in this line. This line was going on literally all day. Thousands of people visiting this food bank, absolute insanity. But they keep telling us and have been telling us about this so-called booming economy. You didn't believe it. I didn't believe it. Look at the food lines. Look at how many people are dependent on services in order to put a roof over their head, to eat. It's unbelievable what we're watching go on. I would hate to see what a recession looks like if this is not a recession/depression. This is what they call a booming economy. Could you imagine what a recession is going to look like by the time they tell you we're in a recession? It's going to look like the Great Depression of the 30s. That's what it's going to look like. We're being lied to daily. We've been lied to. This economy is not booming. It has not been booming for years. The consumer has not been strong. The consumer is being destroyed. Watch yesterday's video. Watch the remainder of this video. Look at what's happening to retailers. Look at what is happening with this homeless crisis. Look at how many people are losing jobs. According to this article, number 1, the economy is the number 1 concern for voters. Are you voting? You probably should. Number 2, the economy is so bad that even Dollar General shoppers seem to be running out of money. Look at these dollar stores. They're being absolutely obliterated. 3, Big Lots on the verge of bankruptcy. They've closed hundreds of stores already. If they don't find somebody to come in and give them money, there is the potential that the remaining 1,400 stores are going to be gone. And I can tell you, we have multiple dollar stores out here gone. Number 4, according to statistics released by the Administrative Office of U.S. Courts, annual bankruptcy filings totaled 468,613 in the year ending June of 2024. That is a big number, and that number is increasing. Business filings rose 40.3%. Non-business filings rose 15.3%. This compared to a year ago. 5, several Fed surveys keep falling deeper into contraction. 6, 2/3 of Americans no longer believe that the American dream is alive. That is sad. People now feel defeated. You see it on their faces. You see people going to the food banks. You see people looking for help, asking for help. And unfortunately, most of the churches now just want to tell you what you want to hear. They're not out there helping people. They're not out there feeding people. They're not out there preaching to people. They're just passing the offering tray around as they act as corporations. This may not be your church. This isn't every church. This is probably about 99% of churches, though. They have failed the United States of America. They are not leading the way. They are not telling you the truth. They are not waking people up. They especially are not preparing people for what is coming. They've told people what they wanted to hear for years, and now trouble's here, and they did not prepare their congregations. 7, household debt in the United States has soared to levels never seen before. We are looking at $17.8 trillion of household debt right now, and it is climbing. Just take a look around, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this video. Watch the video I dropped yesterday. Take a look around what is going on. You're seeing this in your areas too, and if you're not, you're going to very, very soon. This is the sad reality of the collapse of this economy and our society. People are in big trouble. You know it. I know it. Anybody that is denying this, you are denying the truth. You're drinking the Kool-Aid. you are not leaving your gated community. You are not taking a look around. Look with your own two eyes. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to the media. You don't have to listen to anybody. Take a look with your own two eyes what is going on. Literally, we were 10 minutes from where I'm making this video and thousands of people at a food bank. 10 minutes away from where I'm sitting right here in this gated community on a golf course. This is how close it is. It is happening all around me, just like it's happening all around you. Watch the rest of this video. Please comment down below. Thanks for all the great comments and reports of what's happening in your areas. Please keep the comments coming. Let us know what you're seeing in your area. Stay safe. God bless. So we just pulled over in downtown Indio. And it's a very old part of town here. And it's really, really sad because so much of it is vacant now. And we just want to walk through here a little bit and just... Enrique will kind of talk us through here because he knows this area pretty well. Said that used to be a tax office back there, but all the little retailers are gone. Yet we see these enormous buildings being built, but this is all state-funded money. Yes. Want to elaborate a little bit?
Yeah, so this is basically a downtown Indio here. So the city of Indio has been trying to revitalize all this area. It looks like it's starting to work. You got a couple businesses here that they've introduced in this area over here that it seems like they're starting to gain traction. They've invested a lot of money into this area. They're trying to make it kind of like similar where Palm Springs, they have the downtown. They're trying to basically do the same thing. Over the years, they have failed, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's really sad because this was, many, many years ago, once a thriving area, but this is all vacant. Over there, it's very vacant. This building up here is also vacant. And what was the big building over there, Enrique? Was that
that was the College of the Desert.
College of the Desert. So that's state money. So you see the state money, government money coming in and building stuff, but the retailers, the mom and poppers, they're gone. And so I don't know. I think it's going to be a while before they resuscitate this area. But this is all gone right here. Do you know what this was?
This might have been a thrift store.
Okay.
But it's been vacant for many, many years. It looks like they're trying to revive all this area. And like I said, I think they've actually done a pretty decent job these past couple years. They've put a lot of money into this area. They got the Tamale Festival that they do every year in December. And so little by little, eventually, I think that out of all the things that they do, I think eventually they're going to be able to find their little niche where they'll be able to revive it somewhat. But we don't know to what extent. They got these apartment buildings. They're
going to be very, very. I mean, it's so expensive to borrow money right now. I just don't see how they're going to be able to do things over there. That's gone. I don't know. It just seems. Yet they're building stuff. We got apartments going up right here. All this is and College of the Desert over there. So, but where's the retailers? Where's the new restaurants? What I'm seeing a lot of as we were driving down here, and I've seen this all over the desert, are all these taco stands and all these food trucks now popping up everywhere, which has got to be very competitive to the restaurants. But that's what I'm seeing a lot of now. People just pulling up a truck or a tent or a stand and cooking food on a sidewalk. I'm not seeing a lot of new restaurants popping up. But yeah, this is where we're at. This looks pretty vacant over here too. That all looks vacant and gone. Yeah, I mean, to me, it looks like a bomb went off down here. I know now other areas of India, they're trying to rebuild. They're going to be building new areas. And that just blows me away too. They're going to spend multi-millions of dollars building these new shopping areas in India. Again, wow, it sounds so risky to me. This feels so much like 2007, where it just like we just reached a height, and then all of a sudden they pulled the rug out and everything just collapsed. And all these developments, all these buildings, all these builders, everything just stopped.
So there are some, this part of downtown Indio over here to the right. They do have a couple mom and pop shops there, and it seems like some of them, they tend to take off a bit. But the thing is over time, a lot of them just can't make it, and they eventually have to shut down or move, just because there's not enough traffic generated this way.
What about discretionary spending?
That's true too. The discretionary spending, it's starting to whittle away, and
Yeah.
so, or whatever money people have, they tend to put it into other spots,
Like food?
like food.
I
Exactly.
mean, we just saw 1,000 people waiting for food. It's unbelievable. Now,
Exactly.
there's a metal structure up over there. Is that part of College of the Desert over there? You see, there's a big metal structure going up over there. I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah, not sure either. I mean, that could be anything at this point.
Man, you got to have, I mean, to be building in this environment, you got to have balls, ladies and gentlemen. You got to have some serious balls to be building houses or commercial structures in this environment right now. That's all I got to say. I wish everybody the best of luck. I hope that everything is successful. But wow, this is, with what we're seeing, and these builders borrowing multi-millions of dollars to build these developments of homes and buildings, and you look at you just saw 1,000 people waiting in line for food. I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are about this. Comment down below. So we just dropped off some supplies to a couple of homeless people here. We're just cruising around Indio, and they were very, very grateful. But we're just going to take the next hour or two and just cruise around and try to get rid of everything we have in the trunk. And I want to thank everybody for the little donations. That really helps out. That goes into dog food, goes into gear, goes into supplies and gas and dog food and things like that. So here's some people up here, right here in front of us. We're going to stop here and get them some water and some supplies. Person looks a bit handicapped, so we'll see if we can help him out. Yeah. So this woman right here, I just dropped off some water and some hygiene products. And you can tell this lady is in an awful lot of pain. She could barely even talk. You could just tell a lot of pain. So anyways, hopefully we're just making somebody's day a little bit more comfortable. It is really, really sad to see what is happening to the so-called wealthiest nation on earth, that we're allowing people to live on the streets like this, that there's this much food insecurity going on, that there's so much separation of wealth and opportunity now in America, and people that have mental health disorders that are not getting any help at all, that should not be on the streets of America. They should be somewhere off the streets in a safe environment for the public to be safe, for them to be safe, so that even the chance of spreading disease, having these people just out here, it is not healthy to just have people out here living like this. This is how disease spreads. So there's another gentleman right here, and I mean, they're just everywhere. Everywhere we turn, there's homeless people just laying somewhere. So we'll get them set up and get them taken care of. What do you think about that?
Man, it's so sad. You see all these people just lying down. No one's going to refuse, the little care packages that we provided in the bottled water.
Yeah, he's drinking the water right now.
Exactly.
The pain on people's faces. I mean, these people are just beyond desperate.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
This is wrong.
Yeah, and it just feels good to just be able to give back to the community. Like we said before, anything helps. Even if you help out, 5, 6, 7 different people, whatever it may be.
Oh, yeah.
At least, you're giving back, and even if you just, if it helps them for 1 or 2 days, that's all that matters, So.
Yeah, I agree 100% that, if you have the means, if you're in a position where you can help a little bit, you got to help people. You got to stop judging people. A lot of these people didn't ask to be here. A lot of these people do have mental conditions or serious drug addictions. And there's a lot of people that just had bad luck. They had massive medical bills. They went through a bad divorce. A lot of people out here were abused as younger kids. And they've been on the streets forever because of their family and what happened to them. You can't judge people like this. As a world superpower, you would think that we would want more for our people. These people should be in institutions where there's much better hygiene, because you're going to have a major outbreak with people doing this. I mean, when you go to LA, the big city, San Francisco, Oakland, where people are just using sidewalks as a toilet, and the rat populations are exploding, you're asking for big trouble. So, this cannot continue. This is so wrong. But yet we send money all over the world, but yet an American sitting on the grass here next to a grocery store who's got some, obviously some issues. This isn't right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, let's keep giving some stuff out.
Let's
See
do
if
it.
We can finish it all up.
Let's do it. So we're still in Indio, just pulled over, and there's a vacant building right there, another vacant one right there. Turn around, there's an old Rite Aid right here, property available, space for lease. You can call Andrew Turf right here. This has been vacant for over a year.
Yeah, so this used to be a Rite Aid, and so it used to be somewhat popular amongst this area. There was always people in and out of this place. So now who owns this vacant building? They have to put in a lot of money to be able to pay all the insurance, the taxes, the deferred maintenance. You know, if they keep this place vacant for a very long time, who's going to come in here?
Who owns it?
Yeah, who owns it? And then who's going to come here? Is a CVS pharmacy going to come here? Probably not. You know,
So probably a lot of theft and the economy combination buried this place. We all know who owns it. It's another regional bank who owns this one. So think about the millions of dollars that went into this building, and now it's sitting vacant month after month after month for over a year, maybe even 2 years on this one. It's been sitting here for quite a long time. So that's gone. You got two over there gone. Looks like one over there gone. It just goes on and on and on. And it's just shocking. Many of you probably see this too, is they're building up new areas down here in Indio, brand new areas, high dollar, trying to really, really bring in a different crowd, more of a upper end type of crowd into Indio with nicer restaurants and whatnot. Yet we've done a video at the mall. It is 99% gone. This is gone. That over there is all gone. We've passed probably 24 vacancies before we got to this one. Does this make any sense to anybody that they're still continuing to build new buildings when all these old ones have been sitting vacant for years?
Yeah, so it seems like the city is putting all their effort, money and effort into certain areas. A lot of it could be lobbying. We don't know. So, but you got all this new development in a certain area, and that's where everything is moving. And all the older areas, they're just leaving them unattended. And then there's a lot of disputes. The mall's going through a dispute. I think that's one of the reasons why they haven't been able to completely remodel that place. And certain areas, they're just becoming unattended. And the longer that happens, the more chances there are that that building will have to be demolished.
So what if the new developments don't make it?
Yeah, if the new developments don't make it, then unfortunately there's going to be a lot of businesses that are eventually going to go out of business if the foot traffic's not there or the repeat customers are not there. And a lot of it comes down to whether or not there's enough liquidity. People come in and they continue patronizing these businesses.
Right. We have a liquidity crisis right now.
Exactly.
People don't have discretionary spending like they once did. And I'm looking at these multi-million-dollar developments going up, going, how is this going to work when it's already not working and they're just building new stuff to cover up the old stuff?
Yeah, exactly. So if that continues to happen, a lot of these businesses, they're going to go out of business or they'll just eventually shut down. It's going to create more vacancies, which could be possible in the future.
I mean, just to go out and like if you want to sit down at a decent restaurant now, not an expensive restaurant, just a decent restaurant, it's $40-$50. That used to get you to at a Morton Steakhouse. Now $40-$50 is like just a decent what's the place over here?
Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse. That's $40 right there just for a place like that. You used to be able to go to Morton's for $40-$50 a night. But how many people can do that? We just saw 1,000 people at a food line, at a food bank. And this just does not make any sense that, you know, you look at all this new stuff being built, everything looks fine. Then you drive through these areas and you look at how much financial destruction's already been done, how many vacancies are sitting here, and how many regional banks are going to be on the hook for this, yet they're still lending money for new development?
Yeah, and so again, all these places, how long will the patrons actually go and continue to be able to pay all these different prices? You know, if you got restaurants charging $25 a plate plus tip plus tax, not many people can afford that regularly. So a lot of people are going to cut down, maybe just go once a month. Before they were going maybe twice a week. That's going to eat up into a lot of these people's margins. They're not going to be able to afford to continue opening up their little restaurants and businesses.
Right, especially with labor costs here in California as high as it is. Yeah. Right behind you is Panda Express.
Yeah,
and you saw the same sign I saw, right?
Yep.
You're starting out at $24 an hour, $21 to $24 an hour. Managers were making like $35 an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just unbelievable. What is going on, that you can work right there at Panda Express, make $24 an hour. You're not going to get 40 hours a week, but prices have gone up, portions have gone down, and I will tell you, there's a lot less people eating at these places. Yeah,
and so again, their margins are going to be squeezed to the point where a lot of these chains, maybe they can survive, you know, a year or two, but maybe the third year they can't, and they eventually leave once their lease is up.
Then the old town or the new town looks like the old town.
Exactly.